I'm just not sold on the mirrorless yet.
It's starting to miss rain outside too.
Now, are y'all meeting?
Yes.
Y'all can sit up here
That's for
to
y'all.
ask questions.
What's that?
I was hoping that my phone was gonna be able to pick up.
I don't know how much we are, we have more seats than we need to, but that way you can ask questions directly.
I don't care.
And who are
You're
y'all?
not gonna ask
The
questions?
house to home journey.
Okay. And if you, are y'all just print?
Yes. Well, no, we have online as well.
Okay, well, if I can give you
Oh,
my
okay,
card, if
okay.
you want video.
Oh, there you go, okay.
Sure, I would
Let's
love
ask
to have
questions
the video.
in my car.
Exactly. I don't have to do anything.
You just get the byline.
I just get to take pictures,
There you
show
go.
my shots. Good stuff like that. I know, I was like, oh, am I going here? I'm gonna set up a couple more chairs.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Shoot me an email and I'll email you. It's live streamed on YouTube, so I'll email you the link to YouTube and then a
Okay.
link to download the video of it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Feel free to move those chairs back a little bit. You didn't allow much room for it. It'll make you more comfortable. UHS 2.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
get that, spit that out, right? Yeah, that's the only thing on that. But yeah, so I mean,
I've only had
the
that.
ZA would be bigger.
Yeah, I just upgraded 7200.
That's great.
5500.
And mirror is focus.
Oh,
Focus tracking.
yeah. I recognition. Oh, yeah.
So that always like,
Yeah, clean.
oh, yeah, it's clean. What do you got right in there? Oh yeah, that's that scuff mark you used in his glove.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've shot some baseball with 6 and 8. That's so good.
I'm doing about 8 to 9. I also have a 120 to 300 2.8 lens. That's what I shot most of these with. See how clean that is. Actually, see the ball?
Yeah. Comes down off the bat, yep.
If you look inside, you can see the clearness.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, it's Magma, definitely the way to go. And I've got all the gels, reflector, plus
Yeah,
I
just
got
got
two 24-inch soft boxes,
Uh-huh.
case, and then I have a 42-inch soft box.
Okay.
That was awesome. And then I have two strip boxes,
You know,
36-inch
42
strip.
or just
Yeah, I do
team
42
individual?
stuff. Yeah, I do a lot.
Yeah, just getting started.
Try to shoot for the pig, right?
Cool.
They need something right now.
Cool.
Down in Warner Robins, GHSA needs something.
Yeah.
That's my inspiration.
Good deal, thanks.
And that QR code is my setting.
Okay.
And with all the house accounts stuff. Yeah, we're all in.
They didn't tell me we could.
All right, guys. Coach in the middle, players on each side.
Okay. Okay.
And
Woo!
I'll be back with you.
So you guys want me to tell a couple jokes or something, or?
It's all up to the meeting.
Oh man. Oh, he said he's going to get more people.
I don't know who
Oh,
this
I'm ready.
is.
Hey man.
Have a seat in the,
Cutwater Club.
y'all just be careful of the cord as you're crossing.
Michael's been away for
My man.
I don't think so. Y'all can-
Sorry we couldn't bring it home for you, man.
Y'all can
I
ask
appreciate you
questions
coming.
whenever
Oh, okay. First game. First pitch, you got a runner standing on third.
That was awesome.
And then, unfortunately, he stayed there. Second inning, had a couple of guys on. Were those kind of a tone setter for the night? Because it just seemed like every time you had an opportunity, you get one hit, but you couldn't put 2 or 3 of them together to really get a rally started.
Sure. First, hey, I want to say thank you to Don Core and the GHSA for putting this whole thing on. It's unbelievable. Thank you to our admin, Josh Matthews and Mr. Bradford. It did set the tone, unfortunately. John came out, smoked that ball. It was awesome, man. Stand-up triple. And then we, unfortunately, couldn't get him in. Close bang-bang play at the plate. We were talking to his coaches in the dugout. We said, man, we can't catch a break tonight. It's crazy. Every ball we hit goes right at someone, and we're hitting balls hard, just not falling. And, we could not get a hit with a runner in scoring position tonight. I think at one point, Coach Harrison was saying we're like something like 1 for 14 a while back. So we were not getting big hits with runners in scoring position, unfortunately.
Part of that, they threw 2 of the best pitchers that I've seen all year at you guys tonight. As well as you guys did hit the ball as far as, putting it in play and hitting it hard. Is that just somewhere you got to kind of tip the cap tonight to those guys?
Yeah, we absolutely tip our cap to House County. They did unbelievable. We knew in the first game Riker Chavis has a devastating changeup. That's super hard to prep for. We don't have a lefty on staff to even throw a changeup like that. So to prep for that was really, really, really tough. And I thought the guys came in and put up some decent at bats, but they came back and they're like, Coach, man, this is a pretty tough pitch to hit. It's hard to identify out of his hand, and he kept us off balance all night in game one. He did a great job, man. Really good.
It's great to have an opportunity to play in this kind of a venue. Professional ballpark, got to play at Truist last year. But it seems like both teams, there were a couple of balls where it seemed like, if you're playing at your home park, you guys are trotting around the bases as opposed to a long out. Playing here with all that extra space, how does that change the way you guys play the game?
Well, I'll answer the question. I'll let them tell you because they're the ones playing the game. To start with, it does change a little bit. I think John would have had a home run. I think that one of their guys would have had a home run. But, we do play on fields that are that size in high school. It's a little bit extra preparation in terms of cuts and relays and things of that nature. But it doesn't change that much. I'll let them. They can answer that. They're the ones out there playing. Carson Kurse, Kent Schmidt, by the way. Pope Legends, superstars. I go anywhere with these 2 guys.
I feel like it makes the gaps and like the line drives that you hit a lot more effective than the big fly balls that you hit. As you said, we do play on fields like this. One of our region teams, Roswell, has a field kind of the same dimensions. It takes away the big fly element of it, but it rewards more line drives or more, I'd say, better hit balls.
I personally think it's just part of the game. Like, it's part of making it to the state championship. It's really whoever adapts to it first by hitting the low line drives, and instead of getting, which could be homers, like getting under balls here. So I feel like it's just who adapts to it first. So it's just part of the game.
This time last year, you guys were celebrating. A lot of guys graduated from that ball club. Coming in, new players were going to have different roles this year. The makeup was a little bit different. To get all the way back, how proud are you guys to have led your group back to have another shot at another state title?
This has been awesome. Even the chance to be able to play here has been, awesome. coming into this year, we didn't really know what we would have with this team because it was a lot of new guys, and as you said, a lot of our guys left. But I'm really proud of every single one of these guys. The younger guys for stepping up, the older guys for being good leaders. I think all of it came into play.
You have
Okay, so Coach, in the first game, the third inning, when Houston was just rolling, what were some of the things you were telling the guys, especially to get through that inning and once that inning ended?
One of the things we always talk about with our guys is, and I said this after the first game ended, I told the guys, I was, hey man, you never know when like the defining moment of the game is going to happen. If we were to recreate that inning, we always talk as a team, get off the field, limit the damage. So we let up 5 runs. We ended up scoring 3. I think the inning after that we gave up 2. But if we hadn't given up those 2 and made an error, it's a 5-3 game. We're right back in that game. So we always tell the guys, limit the damage, find a way to get yourself off the field. And to back up 1 second to your question, I remember our first meeting of the year, Coach Lieberg, our pitching coach, walks into the room and says, guys, we had 258 innings last year. We're only returning 22% of them. Somebody in here is going to make up the rest of those innings. And somebody's going to step up. Like, we're going to have some new guys. We always call them new legends, man. That's what Pope does, man. We just anoint new legends. And we only return 4 starting hitters. So to get back to this point, I'm super enthused, super excited. I told the guys, hey man, it's going to be a maturation process as the year goes on. We always make a commitment as coaches. We want to play our best baseball at the end of the year. We didn't play our best baseball tonight, but I think throughout the playoffs we did play pretty well. And then it's a testament to these guys, and you're playing in those tough innings. They got a lot of experience under their belts, and they're able to keep their cool and keep their calm and stay collected in those innings and come back and try to answer back. It just, Houston County had a lot of answers for us tonight. So.
Okay, not to harp on that inning.
Sure.
You pulled your pitcher after he gave up his 5th walk. Why? What was the decision making in that?
So, going into the inning, Dawson had been throwing. It's like Coach Lieberg said, man. He was, dotting the strike zone. He was awesome going into the inning, and we had to obviously get a guy ready, and he was. And then we got to the point and said, okay, man, like at some point it's got to be the last batter, but. We're in the 3rd inning, and we're starting the gameplay. Hey, man, like we got to have a 3-game series, and we got to start managing our innings and figuring out how to get through this whole thing. And we had a plan going in, and we enacted our plan. It's just unfortunately, we believed that Dawson had the matchups that he needed. He was going to get through it, and it didn't work out the way we wanted it to. So.
To touch base on that, it looked like in that inning, Dawson may have gotten a little bit frustrated, like he was getting squeezed, because a couple of times it looked like he thought he had struck guys out and didn't get the call. Do you think that affected him in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, we always tell our guys, man, like the umpires are out there doing the best job they can do, man. They're out there just doing a job, and we appreciate what they do. I don't know if he felt like he was necessarily being squeezed. I actually thought his composure was decent. I thought he held it together okay. I hated having to go out there and get him, but I thought he held it together all right, and I don't know that he was I don't know that he felt that way per se.
Chris gained so much momentum here.
Hey, my man.
That's not good.
I
Leaving
appreciate
bases loaded in the 6th inning had to be crushing.
Yeah,
especially when you're getting up and just.
I mean, I can't say enough about John Stutzer this year. He's been unbelievable. The guy was a revelation for our team. We had no idea what we were going to do at the top of the order after graduating Dawson Campbell, and John stepped up. I wish he had gotten hit. I think he would wish he had gotten the hit, but we're not here without him. But we came in the dugout. I said, man, that was probably our chance, man. That was it right there. We get that base hit, 7-6. Next guy comes up. I mean, I'm proud of the guys for playing their way back in the game. One of the things we always say is Pope will create opportunities. Our offense always does create an opportunity. It's a matter of whether or not we're going to get the big hit. Tonight we didn't get the big hit, but that was I wouldn't say crushed. I still had some hope. I was there, man. We put up 3. We got these big dogs coming up, but it didn't work out for us there.
Coach, what would you say is like your season-ending message for not only your players but for Pope overall?
Yeah, I haven't gotten to even deliver that yet, man. I wanted to talk to the guys out in the field, but I think the message is every time you go back to state championship, 6 out of 7 years. I mean, that's incredible, man. That's I mean, people want to call us a dynasty or whatever it is that they say. I don't know about all those things and all these words that people throw around, but that's pretty impressive. Like, that's a testament to everything Coach Rowland built, and our coaching staff has continued to do, and these players have just stepped up. One of our parents are some of the most supportive parent group in the entire world, and they talk all the time. Our kids believe, they think they're going to the state championship. At the beginning of the year, these two guys were sitting in our goal making meeting. It's like, Coach, we're going back to state championship. We're going to win the state championship. So I think the message is, hey man, keep believing, and somebody else next year hopefully will step up, and we're graduating, legendary players, and hopefully we can make new legends. But I think that it's just a testament to, I appreciate them believing. We had a tough playoff road, and when we got through we had to play the defending 7A state champions in Woodstock, and that was a super tough series. When we got past them, we said, okay, man, we have a really good shot now to, make it to the, Truist or wherever, Cool Ray Field. And I think the message is I appreciate them believing and kind of carrying out the GDN Pope tradition.
Congratulations, you had a great year. We appreciate it, and enjoyed watching y'all play all the time.
Yeah.
You always play hard. You're always in the game. Thank you. And, great year. Just a little short, but y'all will be back next year, I'm sure.
We appreciate it. Well, thank you for you guys, and thanks to all you guys for doing it.
No, I know you won't take this credit yourself, but 6 out of 7 years is impressive. But
Yeah, well, thank you.
2 out of 2 for a brand new coach is also impressive.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Well, credit goes to these guys, man. They make us look good. But thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Everybody
Appreciate
back
you, my man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach in the middle.
That's on the other side of you. Put it in front of your face.
All right, what we got?
Tell me the story about running to the pool.
I wish I knew. There were supposed to be 5 seniors up here, and then all of a sudden I heard if they were wet, and I was like, man, I didn't think they sprinkled too much water. So I don't know. I guess I think, if I'm being honest, they joked about getting in the fountain 2 years ago at Truist, and I said, y'all better not ever go to that fountain at Truist. And I thought it was a joke, and I guess they saw our entire fan section go, and they said, I guess they were hot from the game. I don't know. They decided to dip in the pool for a minute. But luckily, this one had to go see his mama, so we kept him dry.
Hey, you guys kind of broke open game 1 with those 5 innings or 5 runs in the 3rd inning. What kind of helps you guys break that silence and eventually take that game?
Just, one thing about our lineup and our kids is they have a lot of confidence at the plate. And I believe with today, if I'm not mistaken, we broke our single season scoring record, which we set in 2021. I think we scored 345 runs this year. And the one thing about our lineup, you might keep us down for an inning or 2, but if you let our guys see you enough, they're going to start to get to you. But I think the biggest thing, their guy lost control a little bit, and we started being patient. We talked to our guys after the first 2 innings, especially after we made that really big play, threw the kid out at the plate after a leadoff triple. You could feel the momentum swing, but I thought that we got too up. We were too emotional. So we kind of lost our evenness. And so when we got to the plate, we weren't able to take good approach that we talk about. And once we were able to change our approach, we started seeing some pitches. He gave us some free bags, and then we had some guys that can swing it, really put on some good bat on ball, and I think we put up 5 really quick.
Elijah, did you ever think a lead was safe against those guys? I mean, obviously, y'all hit them hard, but they kept coming right back.
Yeah, I mean, no lead is safe against Pope. You know how it is. We can put up a 10 spot, and they'll come back just like that. Yeah.
I know I was scared to death.
And Chavis threw a great game
Yep.
in game 1. About the 6th inning, I think he started to show a little bit of shake, and you visited him on the mound. What did you say to him, and what do you have to say about his resilience to finish through that game?
Well, I kind of just talked to him. The biggest thing was realizing that we had I think at the time, a 7-run lead or 5 or 6-run lead, and we were up. And, he had some guys on base, and I think my exact words were, hey, guys, we'll trade runs for outs right here. If they'll let them hit it, Give them a run. I don't care. Just trade, because if we keep trading outs for runs, eventually they're going to run out of outs. And so the other thing is, you get deep in the game, and fatigue does set in. They're kids, adults. It doesn't matter, and you could tell even at the end of game 2, we were starting to kind of die out. You left early this morning. You were on a bus. You're out of your normal schedule, and structure and schedule is so big for these kids. And he's a senior. He's done it before, and he was able to dig down and give us 7, which was huge, not to have to use any of our bullpen. Didn't show them anything else, and get through that first game and had everything left in our arsenal if we needed it.
Roger, describe the final feeling in that last play of the game when you're fixing to get mobbed by the dugout. They're running for you. You've got to come in, meet at the middle of the infield. Just describe that feeling.
Man, that's what we think about like all year. Like last year when we lost against Buford, that was the first thing that we thought about when we lost against. We gotta make it back. Like we have to. And the out that we made today, it was like really similar to 2021 when we won it. So I mean that's kind of crazy to think about it, but it's unbelievable feeling. And I love this team. I love it.
Coach, 2 years ago you played one at Truist,
Mm-hmm.
and then you come here. How is the game played differently when you come to a professional venue, when you've got all of that extra space
Yeah.
out in the outfield? How do you guys go about planning for that?
Well, the thing is and they're beautiful venues. Both of them are great, and I loved playing here. And we talked to our guys, and understanding the park's bigger. It's a situation where there were balls hit by both teams that on some high school fields or most high school fields are gone, but you've got to adjust. Baseball's a game of adjustment, and the biggest thing, and this is kind of getting off topic a little bit, we went to the NHSI this year and played in the prestigious tournament in Cary, North Carolina, and played teams from California and all over. The first game we played GHSA Catholic. They had 21 commits, really good, and everybody on their team was bunting. They were running, and they were using smaller elements of the game to win on a bigger field. And what we noticed was our run production dropped as soon as we got on those big major league size field. It was swallowing up a lot of our fly balls. And that is one thing that shifted our entire offensive approach going down the back stretch. And you can ask Elijah, we started, traditionally I would say that our program has been known for we'll run, but we're mainly going to try and knock the ball off the wall or hit it hard through the gaps. We're trying to drive the baseball, and we don't change that. But we added an element of bunting and small ball, and it came in huge when we got here to be able to move runners, to be able to steal that extra bag and not rely on somebody hitting a ball 330 feet for a home run, And I thought that there were multiple innings that Pope smacked some baseballs to center, and Drew Burris just ranges back and catches it effortlessly. If you lift the ball in these parks, you're going to lose. You've got to drive the gaps, and you got to stay through it. And I think that's when you saw scoring by both teams, is when people were really getting through the baseball and splitting gaps.
You've got a couple of guys who have won, championship obviously tonight, and also in 21 that are going to be leaving you this year. What kind of legacy are they leaving behind in Houston County for the players remaining?
That's funny. That's the word we've used as legacy. This is my 15th year at Houston County, and I was an assistant, 23 years old, coming out of college. Didn't even know if I wanted to still be a coach. I just needed a job. I liked baseball. I'd played it, and that was what got me there. And I think we were winning 8 games a year when we first started at Houston County, and within 5 to 6, we were competing for state championships with Jason Brett as our head coach, and I was the pitching coach for 10. And we took over, and then obviously people put their own touch on the program, and we talked about their legacy, and we talked about like last year. We won it in 14. 15, we didn't make the playoffs. We lost in the region crossover. The guys did not have buy-in the next year. We didn't know how to handle success. 16, we win it. 17, we were kind of down again. And then we had to build it back up. So we talked to this group about it last year. We went it in 21, graduated 11 seniors and some absolute studs. And then last year, those guys we told them to hold the bar, keep it where it is, and that group performed beautifully last year. Ran into Buford and lost in a sad Elite Eight, to say the least. And like I said, the legacy of the group is they were able to continue pushing and get us back to the top. Not only back to the top, they set a single season record for wins, runs scored, and we played arguably our hardest schedule ever. And it was just, they were so even. And our seniors were that group that if you looked at them, they never changed. They weren't emotional, they stayed even. And our younger guys could really look to that.
Anyone else? Well, congratulations on a great year, man.
Thank you.
Did a great job for us.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in here.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having us.
Glad you had to go see your mom.
Hey, Elijah, hold on, let me grab you, bro. I'm trying to.
Appreciate it.
You know, what's up, man? I'm gonna get you like right, so real quick. I'm just trying to.